For traders who like to exit their positions in portions of shares rather than in their entirety, you may have noticed one of the quirks of the thinkorswim desktop application that might remove your bracket order if partially executed on some of those shares. I've noticed this in some of my classes where maybe I'll purchase 100 shares of stock and set a limit to sell 50 of them at an elevated price with an exit strategy beneath utilizing a stop order. But upon execution of that first limit sale, the system then cancels my remaining stop, and that's because I no longer have the number of shares for which that stop order is set. So what today we're going to work through is the first triggers 2 OCO brackets rather than just 1. Now, today we're looking at HPE, Hewlett-Packard Enterprise. By no means is this stock a recommendation in any way. And please also note that I'm using round figures here. This is just for easy math purposes as I build this trade with all of you. Please focus on the process today. Now we have Hewlett-Packard trading in a range of between 41 and 51. The rising purple line is the 50-day simple moving average. Now today we're trading just under 47, about 40 cents away. And what I was thinking was we could place a buy limit order for 100 shares as our example trade, and then set up an exit strategy that has us selling half of those up there around 63, the level we've fallen from approximately. Not as high as it did trade, but well in the vicinity of it, and we got up there close. An order from 47 up to 63 would be a wonderful move on a percentage and dollar basis. So we're just going to set that up to see if it's possible. But the most important thing is that we bracket this and have an exit beneath us. So support at $41 seems quite notable. It is a gap level. It has also been tested in late June as support. And we don't want to place an exit at the $41 level specifically. We want to go beneath it by some measure, and that measure can be decided by each trader individually, but we're going to discuss briefly the ATR, the average true range. That's that study below our chart. That average true range is calculated based upon low trade for the day, high trade for the day over the last 14 trading sessions. It also incorporates any gap moves that occur, and that amount today is $2.82. Again, for ease, I'm going to round that up to $3. And so if the ATR is $3 and our support resides at 41, we would want to come down to approximately 38 and set our stop order there. Now, we're going to do this with that different order type though. So I'm going to right click in the chart, go to buy custom, and instead of the standard buy custom with OCO bracket, we're going to do buy custom here. First triggers 2 OCO. Now, if by some chance you don't have that in your drop-down menu, don't worry. I will happily share that script with you in the notes on this session. When I click that, I'm bringing up the buy, and then notice 2 brackets beneath it, 2 separate OCO brackets. So what does that look like here? Well, I'm going to go ahead and change our limit today for $47 a share. And I'm doing that because I've got to give it a little bit of wiggle room in the time it takes me to build out this trade with all of you. But we're simply saying buy it as long as it's under 47. We'll take the price that you're offering. And we will then go to our limit. Now, the first thing we need to do is change this to good till canceled, and then set this up for that $63 level we mentioned. So we're looking to sell 50 at 63, but if they don't get to 63, we want to put in that stop, and we have that set at that price we discussed already, 38. Now, the secondary level of this allows us to target another limit price. Whether we choose that limit to be under the first at 63 or above, obviously that's for each of us to decide, but let's go ahead and set it with a lofty goal. Let's say that instead of 63, let's target 70 for the remaining 50 shares that would be there. We change that to good till canceled, but we also still need that stop order to protect us. So we've got to go with 38 there once more. Okay, so now we have the purchase of 100 shares, and we have the 2 separate bracket orders set up. And this is going to ensure that even if we execute the 50 shares at 63, then our remaining 50 still have this stop order at 38. Now, by no means does that mean you should leave it there. If we get execution at 63 on half our trade, it's imperative that we come right back in here and we raise that stop order up. If we sold some at 63, we probably could put our stop in the vicinity of former resistance, new support, under maybe 51 as an example only, of course, but it would be important that we raise that stop, okay? So make sure that you're not forgetting the trade, but still incorporating your trade plan process, adjusting stop orders as they move in our favor. So I hope this was a good exploration of the first trigger's OCO, but rather 2 OCO brackets at the same time. Again, if you're not seeing this in your own drop-down menu when you right-click in the chart, right here, right-click, Buy Custom, should appear here. If you're not seeing it, look in the show notes beneath this or the description beneath this video to find that script. And remember, you can follow me on X at Kevin Horner CS. And of course, be subscribed to the Schwab YouTube coaching channel we call Trader Talks.